Y'all. Welcome to For the People podcast. I'm your host, Vision X, and this show is for the people, by the people to bring power back to the people. I am joined by our queen of judges herself, Miss Nicki.
Hey, everybody, welcome back.
And we may or may not be joined by Trey today, but regardless, we got you guys in our chat features and everything. So please come and join us as well. And in addition to that, I'm going to move a few things around for us on here so that way you guys can see it. All right, we got that. And then if you're on TikTok, please make sure to come over to YouTube. This is where we have all our information at. This is where we can see all your chats. This is where we can see you guys. And as always, we got Tiku. Good evening. K is my name. Thank you. JS. I want to say Pontaine. I'll just say Pontaine. Thank you so much. Nice to see you. And anybody else, if you're joining, we will be beginning the show in a few seconds. We are just getting a few things uploaded here. Also, we want to thank everybody for the last show, the Cash Apps and the Super Chats and the Vimos. We appreciate that. And anybody that has also, been going to the FTP store, we are working on some more merchandise. So we are slowly working on it, but surely we'll be up soon. J. Andre Clay, hey, nice to see you. Lachey Davis, nice to see you as well. I don't know why my screen is blurry today. I don't know why that is, but it is a little blurry here. So so what we're going to do is we're going to open up with an icebreaker. So I wanted us to talk about this. Now, we've been having all these issues with tipping lately, right? So everybody's been talking about tipping this, tipping that, tips. So this was posted today. Somebody says, how to tip your server. She stated, your bill is $107.53. You move the decimal one place to the left, which will make it $10.75. Then you multiply it by 3, which is $32.25. Your final total should be $139.78. If you cannot afford this, then you don't need to go out. Now, this is my thing with this tipping culture, because this is why I like when I go overseas, like when you go to Colombia, Brazil, and Mexico, they don't do all that tipping. People pay them a livable wage. Most people own their own business. This is my thing about that. Yes, if you're going to a service place where they are having servers, of course, because the United States, they pay them low wages anyways, go ahead and tip. However, I think that people are demanding, they keep increasing it. First it was 50, now it's 20, now it's 35%. And with that being stated, I mean, you can't keep increasing the tip over and over and over and asking for more money. That gets a little annoying after a while. So that's one thing. However, this also goes to a lot of the waiters and people that wait on you. I mean, if you don't like the tips that people are giving you, or you're not satisfied with 15 and 20%, then find another career as well. You can't just stand and put it all on the customer. That's your employer that pays you that type of money. That's not the customer. So at the end of the day, if your employer is not giving you a livable wage, that's your problem. Nicki, what do you think? And also you guys in the chats, what do you think as well?
Okay, well, I agree. I'll give you this. First of all, I don't like the fact where other people get to dictate, if you can't afford this, don't go out. First of all, fuck you. Because if that's the case, then you pay for everybody and shut the fuck up. Because you don't dictate what people get to do. You do choose those jobs in the service industry, and it is not the people in this country's fault that those employers don't pay you a livable wage. We all know where the tipping culture comes from, which is when they didn't want to pay Black people a livable wage, then tips was how they earned their money. The tip culture is out of hand, because we went to go get a sandwich the other day at Jimmy John's, and they had the thing for a tip. Your job is to make me a motherfucking sandwich while I'm paying you a tip. You didn't bring it to me. I'm standing at the motherfucking counter. Mind you, 2 sandwiches, a brownie and a cookie was $40 fucking. No, I'm not giving you a tip. No, absolutely the fuck not. And then I think 15 to 20% is the standard, depending on where you are and what you're doing. If I go get my nails done and stuff, sometimes they may get a tip, sometimes they don't. You know why? Because the fucking price is already insane. When I walk out of there, it's over $100. So your tip is in that shit because y'all already getting a percentage of that money. And it's not to be a bad tipper, but and I don't consider myself a bad tipper because I make sure I do tip, but I'm not going overboard because you're not going to use me to substitute the fact that they're not doing their wages. They want tips for every little thing. And I even know if you notice, if you ever go to the mall and go to the food court, make sure you check your receipt because even when you put no tip, they will still add money. Because that happened to me because I said no, and then I looked at my thing and I'm like, that's not the price that I was supposed to pay. Like, what the fuck is this? But when I went to New Orleans recently, and we went to, I can't think of the name right now, because we really wanted to get shit, I can't even forget what we wanted to try. But the experience wasn't good. We had a black server, and he was just awful. He didn't come back and check on us. We ordered drinks. It took forever. I didn't like my food. I had to send it back. And I did something that I have never had to do in my life. I had to call the manager on a black man. I had to go see the white man on a black man. And that really hurt me to have to do that. But the service was that abysmal. And do you know this motherfucker went around to each of us and said, oh, you're not going to tip? He literally did that, like almost trying to berate. And then when he got to me, he knew to shut the fuck up. Because then he said, oh, no, because then he saw that we went to the manager and then he confronted us about that. Oh, I'm sorry, because when I put it in, it's not our fault. So he went around to each of us and I'm like, no. You know how they tap the thing so you could tap like right then and there? And so he goes around and I'm like, let me see the bill. Because he kept trying to get to the tip window. I said, let me see the bill, so I can know what I'm paying. And then when it got to the tip part, I put 0. And this motherfucker literally went to all of us and was like, so you're not going to give a tip? I refused to motherfucking answer him. Because if he would have asked me that shit one more motherfucking time, I said, you know what? Let me walk out. Because if I had to stay in that restaurant, and I hated to have to do that on a black man, but the service was just that abysmal. They are getting to the point where they're confronting you about it. Do your job and you'll get a good fucking tip. But at the same time, it is not our responsibility. I'm not paying 30%. Talking about some move to decimal point here and come up there. That must be a fucking server. That's who wrote that shit. A fucking server wrote that shit talking about something if you can't afford to go out. And then another thing they do that pisses me off is I'll be ready to give you a good tip. And you know how it tells you at the bottom the different types of gratuity? When they go to scratching all over it and drawing arrows and circles and shit, you just ruined it. Because I was fully prepared to give you 20%, and now I'm going to give you the barest fucking minimum because I don't need that shit. I don't need you to direct me where the fucking tip is.
Absolutely.
If you did your job, then we wouldn't have to do that. But this tipping culture, I agree with you, is absolutely the fuck out of hand. They're asking for tips when they don't even do shit. How the fuck are you asking me for a tip to ring my shit up? Are you not a cashier, nigga? Is that not your motherfucking job? How the fuck am I tipping you for being a cashier? You ain't even doing shit. That's what be blowing me when y'all be asking for tips and you ain't even did shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's not the people. That's the companies that are doing it. And then you have to also factor in with the race shit. You know how these white people are when niggas walk into the restaurant, they automatically assume that we not gonna tip anyway. And what do? They give us poor fucking service. And then they feelings be hurt when when it's time to sign that check and you ain't getting shit from me.
Yep. This is my thing about because I noticed that they do this at the airport as well. And they literally will turn around the kiosk and then you have people that have an attitude. I'm like, you know what? We really don't need you guys to take our orders. They can put a kiosk right here and they can just have people in the back that just work and make your burgers and be done with it.
Really, they can.
And I'm fine with that. You know, it doesn't make me a bigger difference. And I tell people, you know, there is, you know, of course, you know, AI, everybody's been talking about AI this, AI that. Yeah, AI can be a problem to a certain extent, but at the same time, I think that it also puts people on their P's and Q's. Because what you're not going to do is you're not going to continue to be disrespectful. You're not going to talk to me crazy. You're not going to treat me any type of way. And I'm just like, they can just replace your ass with a kiosk.
Sure
And that thing
can.
it don't talk back. It doesn't argue with you. It doesn't roll its eyes. It doesn't do any of that stuff. I mean,
So don't.
it don't do any of that stuff. So we're about to go into the next video. Give me 1 second here, and we'll be right back.
It does break my heart that if you're sharing you had an abortion, that there could be a child, I don't know how old they'd be, 10 years old today, who would be cheering you on, saying, go get him, mom, you got this.
I can promise you
think-
that would not be the case, because I can almost promise you that would not be the case, because I say again, I'm in a domestic violence shelter. I've got a dog I can barely take care of. You're you're expecting me to sit here and let you tell me how I'm supposed to feel. You're trying to scare me.
I'm not telling you how to feel.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm not telling you how to feel.
With your statistics,
but I am telling you that your baby,
your statistics and your information, with your statistic and your information,
your baby had a right to live.
You are completely wrong, because yes,
and I wish someone had been helping you more.
Listen,
That's the other thing.
listen, but you weren't there.
deserve
That's
more
just it. Everybody always likes to say, "Oh, keep the baby, give it up for adoption." I know what our foster care system is like.
But when you,
but you can't tell me I would have a child cheering me on.
When you place a child for adoption,
hold on, you're not going to
speak. Foster care.
You don't get to speak for my child. You don't get to speak for my child. Let's start right there. You don't get to speak.
It does break my heart that if
speak for my child, saying, "Oh, mommy would be cheering you on," or everything like that. You don't fucking know that. You don't know that at all. You don't know what my child would be. I may not even have my child, because I was so unfit at the time. Drug addiction, sex work, everything like that. Yes, I'm a proud pro-ho. That is exactly what I do. But you're telling me how my child would feel. And what gives you the right? What gives you the right? What gives you the right?
I would love to respond to you. I think, yes, your child had a right to life. And I would say that I wish there were more people helping you at the time. It sounds like you were at a really rough time in your life. And I think that you mattered, that baby mattered, and you both deserved more help. That's what I would say.
That's what you would say. But you're saying my child be cheering me on
I would
right now.
hope that if you chose to parent.
You just said you would hope.
I would hope
you
that.
would hope. So all of this is going off of hope. Speak for my child, saying, "Oh, mommy would be cheering you on," or everything like that.
All right, so I'm gonna read some of the comments here. Somebody says, as a former foster youth and child SA victim, I have been and always will be pro-choice. Somebody says, how many mothers has this woman helped, or how many babies has she adopted? And that's a true question right there. Another person says, I guess we'll never reach the common ground that you can be pro-life for yourself and pro-choice for others. Two things can be true. Well, y'all mind other women's uterus too much for me. And so this is my take on this. I'm pro mind your goddamn business. You know,
merch coming soon.
That's just how I am. Pro mind your business, and I'm gonna tell you why. Every time I see somebody who sits there and states that somebody needs to have the baby, they need to do this and do that, but these be the same people that don't adopt children. All these white Christian nationalists, MAGA Republican people, pro-life, they don't adopt no children, hardly any of them. They don't donate to any of these organizations. They don't give to any of these organizations. And the thing is, if you're going to be pro-life all the way. Don't be pro-life half-ass. And what gets me is that when a child gets older, they treat that child, especially people of color, like shit.
Yep.
Like, well, if you're going to be pro-life all the way. Make sure to clothe them. Make sure to feed them. Make sure to donate. Make sure to get your other rich buddies and your rich, country club buddies to help out and donate and help them. But that's not what they do. That's why when I hear people talk about pro-life, I think a lot of them are full of shit, because I'm like, y'all only pro-life to a certain extent. Now, I also see it from the other way as well. I'm still pro-mind your goddamn business, but at the same time, I don't know what's so hard with some people about wearing a condom, especially when that girl said, well, I'm a pro-ho, is what she said. What's so hard about wearing a condom? You know what I mean? What's so hard about contraceptives and the morning after pills and stuff? I don't understand what's so hard about taking those as well. That way you don't even have to go through all that and have all this extra drummed up drama about the baby being taken out. Just protect yourself. There's condoms, there's contraceptives out there. So when it comes to that particular thing, if it's somebody else's body, they should be able to do whatever the hell they want with their body. They want to tattoo it, they want to pluck out their eyeballs, whatever. They can do whatever they want to their body. it doesn't have shit to do with me. I don't care. But that's why I say I'm pro mind your business. But I think the pro-life thing is just, to me, it's just full of shit. If you're gonna be pro-life all the way, not half-ass. What do you think, Nikki?
I agree. For me personally, my situation was I was pro-life for myself, but I always been pro-choice for other women, because that's how I've always felt. It's easy to say, oh, you could have the child, you could do this, and it's very condescending. And white women especially are very condescending and cavalier with that shit, because they're not the ones. It's easy. Most Republican people, they're pro birth, but they're not pro life. They want the kids here as a number, but they don't want to take care of the kids. Hence, the foster system being the way that it is now. They don't want that. Why would you bring a child into that in the first place? That's why contraceptives exist. But again, white people's perversion is so ingrained in their DNA that they want you. That's why they want you to have a child by a person that sexually assaulted you. That's why they want you to have a child by your rapist or your father and stuff like that, because they don't see anything wrong with that. Because if it was up to them, they'd be the ones impregnating, because they're the ones impregnating the children. So they don't care. And the white women can champion it because they know what's going on in their house. They know when their husband is getting out the bed to go in there with their sons and their daughters. They know that. And they sit right there and they act like they don't know it just for the sake of being with a white man. They do that shit all the time. And so they have the luxury and the depravity of saying, oh, keep the baby, pro-life, pro-life, pro-life. You're so fucking pro-life. Well, if you was pro-life, why did that woman get, why Renee Good got that fucking good if you motherfuckers are so pro-life?
Amen.
Because pro-life is pro-fucking life. It ain't got nothing to do with the age. If you pro-life, you pro-life. So if you so fucking pro-life, then why are you voting? Why did you vote for your fucking insurance to be taken away if you pro-life? Why did you vote for Obamacare to go away? Because ain't no replacement after that. They ain't got shit. This motherfucker been talking about concepts of a plan since 2016. It's 2026. 10 years deep, and this motherfucker ain't got, he don't even got a goddamn concept. The bitch can't spell concept. But y'all so fucking pro-life. You're not pro-life. You're pro-birth, because all you want are white numbers. Because all of this shit is about the census, controlling these women uterus, getting rid of abortion rights and all that. This is about the census. This is about white men needing white women to have white babies. That's it. Preferably white male babies. That's it. That's what the fuck y'all want. And that black lady, I'm sorry, but you argue way too long for me. Yeah. This is what you said. We're not arguing. That Jubilee shit right there, why are we arguing? I know you bitches ain't pro. I know you ain't adopting no motherfucking babies, and you damn sure ain't adopting no black babies unless you're gonna turn them into some goddamn slaves and live out a motherfucking race play fantasy. That's what the fuck y'all gonna do.
Yeah.
That's the only time y'all will sit there. And I'm not saying that about everybody, but everybody ain't fucking Angelina Jolie. We ain't gonna sit here and act like all you white motherfuckers is out here getting black babies is doing that shit because you really give a fuck. Case in point, Madonna. She went and got the motherfucking black kids just I got me some nigger babies.
Yeah.
You can look at her and tell that's all that shit is about. Them first two, they might have got a piece of the good life, but them other two, she went and got two more. So now she'd have collected 4 nigger babies. So it's shit like that.
It's pro nigger babies.
That's what you're doing. I could collect the nigger babies. Ooh, look at my nigger babies. Look at them. Look at they the good ones. I don't know how to do their hair, but I'll figure that shit out later. That type of shit. If they could put us on the shelf, oh, which nigger baby should I carry with me today? Which one matches my Birkin? They do some shit like that.
Yeah.
And they had that condescending ass white bitch aside of you telling you, oh, if your baby was here right now, it'd be champion you. No, the fuck it wouldn't, bitch, because you couldn't feed that motherfucker.
Exactly.
But let's avoid all of this and use fucking condoms. How about that? They exist for a fucking reason. You got the shot, you got the plan B. Well, shit, if you can't use the plan B, then what the fuck is the goddamn point? At least, damn, you don't want to use the condom. We got something for you just in case, and you still can't be bothered to do that. And granted, these things cost money, and it may not be cheap. I don't know how much it is when you don't have it or whatever, but you know, it's still ways to do shit. At the end of the day, pull the fuck out. If you're that goddamn broke, you shouldn't be fucking. But
Exactly.
nevertheless, if you that broke that you can't afford a condom or a plan B, then pussy and dick ain't the option for you right now. You just it's far too many pressing issues out here than that shit right there.
Absolutely.
Okay. If push come to shove, bust a nut solo. That's it. That's the best option. It's by yourself.
That's why I tell people I'm pro mind your business. I mean, like they don't have anything to do with me. It's anybody's body. I don't care what and this is mostly from white folks, so it's mostly them making all the laws. No, we just gotta know what you're doing. We gotta know what your health is. We gotta know. Quit being fucking nosy and leave people alone. But the problem is they're not gonna leave people alone. That's the problem. They gotta be nosy. Exactly. They gotta be in somebody else's life. They gotta control stuff. They gotta be a manager. They gotta be the director. They gotta be everything. The leader, and that's the problem we're having in this world right now. But my thing is, if people are pro-life, if you're gonna be pro-life all the way. Don't half-ass do it. Don't start treating the people different when they get older. If you're gonna be pro-life all the way, donate to these organizations, these foster care organizations. Make sure to put money out there for them. Make sure to adopt. Make sure to give them housing. Do things that makes you say, okay, I'm really about pro-life. If people be about that, but most people they're just not going to do that. They talk a good game, but they're just not going to do that.
Exactly.
So we're about to move on to this next one. So I guess there was some backlash. I don't know who this he's a GlamBOT director or something. You know, that little spinning thing, the cameras and stuff. Well, I guess there was a woman that was trying to get she was trying to do something in terms of get a camera, and he acted like she couldn't afford it or something. And so it's GlamBOT, and he's the creator. Creator Cole Walliser is under fire after alleged email thread shows he assumed a potential client couldn't afford services. So we're going to take a look at 2 videos, and I want you guys to let me know what you think. Oh, also, before I do that, let me read some of the comments. Sorry, guys, I forgot some of you guys in the comments. Here's my name says they have male birth control that's more effective than women's, but they like, nah, we'll leave it to the women. Blue Sky says GOP want women / girls to have babies, but they do not want to provide them the support they need to take care of those babies. Samuel says, good afternoon for the People Podcast. He just said hello. So, all right, we're going to go into these next videos. I want you guys to take a look at this. Let me know what you think. And we'll be right back.
The Eastern District of Virginia has long enjoyed the service of experienced prosecutors.
Now, these are the screenshots. And these are the screenshots that's happening. Oh, and Nikki, is something, there's an echo in the background.
Oh, it is? Hold on.
Wow. So these were the screenshots from, I guess, this black lady. She went to this man and she was asking him for services, and it sounded like he was very condescending. And so she had wrote to him in regards to this. So then we're going to show a video of where there was actually a conversation, and somebody kind of breaks it down for us. And I want you guys to take a look.
The other one's the GlamBOT is getting canceled after he told a fan who was asking about booking it for their wedding that they were too broke to afford it. And his last email to them is what's getting people heated. It all started when this woman reached out asking about using the GlamBOT at her wedding. In her first email, she said, hi, are you / the GlamBOT available for private events such as weddings? I'd love to have you at mine September 20th and September 22nd. Please let me know your availability and rates. And instead of answering the question like any normal person would do, he said, thanks for reaching out. Just so you're aware, the GlamBOT is a camera system and personnel used by the network television station for one of the biggest red carpets of the year. It's not cheap. If you feel like something like this might be within your budget range, then I'm happy to discuss further. Her response, yep, it's in my price range. Now that wasn't the answer he wanted to hear from someone he thinks is broke, so he said, I don't see how you could be, since I didn't say how much it was, and it could be between $10,000 and $1 million. Now she handles this really well and says, yep, I assumed it was very pricey since it was featured at the Oscars, so what are the next steps to book? Would you be the person that comes, or do you just work with them for the red carpets? What's the rundown? He responds with, well, it's a crew of about 15 people, plus network setup, rehearsals, gear drop-off, costs, camera rentals, lighting rentals, insurance, permits, etc., etc., etc. And because she's genuinely interested, she responds, so where would I begin? Through you, or is there a website? And to that he says, okay, it's $300,000 and I'll take a 10% deposit to secure the gear, and once I have the deposit, then I can do a contract. Ready to get started? And now that she finally has the number that she needed to consider it, she says, thanks Cole, I'll reach out on Monday. And he did not like that. He said, if you wanted to know how much it costs, you just needed to ask. You don't need to pretend you're gonna book it. To which she rightfully responded, I did. That's why I asked. I want to book it. I mean, her first email was literally, please let me know your availability and rates. Now, this extremely rude interaction has really upset a lot of people, saying that this shows his true colors. And this has caused other people to come forward, saying that they've had similar interactions with him where he talks down to them because he assumes everybody's too broke. Honestly, I always got the sense he was full of himself, but I never knew he was this full of himself. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you think about this in the comments, and to get all your news.
All right, so I'm gonna read some of the comments here. Oops. Oh, snap. Read some of the comments here. All right, so somebody says, just Googled the bride and she had a 3-day multicultural wedding. She definitely could have afforded the GlamBOT, LOL. Too bad he had such a nasty, condescending attitude. Another person, yeah, that's highly unprofessional. And another person says, I used to be the GlamBOT director several years ago, and I have since booked the camera system on other jobs, like for AOL yoga campaign. It costs around $25K for a basic package in New York or in LA. I was a director at the Globes and Grammys. This is my thing to a lot of you people out here. Y'all gotta stop letting people play in your faces. Y'all gotta stop letting people play in your faces. Because something's in your background, it's loud.
You still hear the echo? Or is it an echo or is just something in the background?
It's something in the background.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry about that, y'all. No, but this is my thing in regards to the GlamBOT and all that stuff, and just in general. First of all, a guy that looked like that with a strong face, and that's not a compliment, I'm never gonna let somebody like that talk down to me, ever. That's not an attractive person. I don't care how nobody feel about it, that's not an attractive person. Second of all, the guy got lucky landing where he landed. That's a person with an attitude like that could easily be working at Popeyes or McDonald's down the street. There's nothing special about him. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got to stop letting people play in your faces. You got to let people talk to you. And I'm glad that people are calling him out on his bullshit, because that type of stuff is the stuff that kind of pisses me off about people. This is why I don't really hang out with a lot of people. This is why I don't talk to a lot of people, because that shit right there will have me put his ass on blast. Nikki, in the audience, what do y'all think?
Yeah, exactly. Is it better now?
Yeah, yes, it's great.
Okay. Yeah, I feel the same way. You lost out on money because you assume somebody can't afford it. That technology has been fucking replicated. You ain't the only fucking show in town. Like it's more people that can come up with that. So you lost out on it because I'm assuming you thought, since it's not a celebrity, that they can't fucking afford it. Like it's not regular rich people out here that you don't see on TV every day. There's plenty of people out here that's rich and you don't know who the fuck they are. And that goes to show you that person could have been booking it on behalf of a celebrity and you never know. So what was you just lost out on business and you muddied your reputation for what? Because you think somebody can't afford it. Because you was just itching. And I can't, well, obviously, I don't know if the person was black or what have you, but I'm pretty sure if there was a white woman that asked you that shit, you wouldn't have had that kind of fucking attitude, because you would automatically assume that she can afford it. Meanwhile, they be the most scamming ass motherfuckers around. So it's no need to have that fucking attitude about your service either. And that's another thing. Tell people how much shit costs. If I go on a website to look at something and you don't have the price on that motherfucker, I'm not interested no more, because that lets me know the price must be too goddamn high and way too high that you can't even put it on here, because you know if people see that shit, they ain't gonna be serious. Like you can't be fucking serious. Bitch, what is your shit? Market price in this motherfucker? What are you doing? Just tell people. She asked you in the beginning what the price was. I could see if she was asking you question after question after question, but she led with what is the service and what is the price. She wasn't trying to waste your time. She got right down to business versus people that will sit there and be in your DMs asking question after question after question with knowing they don't have no intent for your service. But if somebody says, hey, if their first question is, what is your availability? and what is your price, that lets you know that they're interested in buying whatever the fuck it is you're selling, that they're interested in getting this service. Because most people, if they're not ready right now, they'll either tell you they're not ready right now, or they'll just be wasting your fucking time asking questions. They won't hit you with the availability and price right away unless that's what they want. So it's no need to be an asshole about that shit in this fucking economy, bitch. You better be glad somebody can still afford that shit. Because after a while, when nobody can't, then what? You better hope you're holding on to that fucking money.
Exactly, because this the way this economy going, people ain't gonna be a clam what for 25. No, we'll get it for $100, and he gonna have to make rent. I'm telling y'all gotta stop letting people play in your faces, and people gotta start treating people a little bit better. Because you can always be in the poorhouse. It happens all the time in LA. There was a few people I used to hang out with on trips, on vacation, Brazil, Colombia, Thailand, and stuff. Now they are separated from their partner, or they separated from their job or whatever, and now they're like, well, I gotta stay with my friend. And I said, but you were a nasty person. Mm-hmm. You talk shit about everybody. You had an attitude. You was doing it up when you had that little what was it? I got $150,000 job. He was always proud of that. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, you struggling. I mean, at the end, I can tell everybody, y'all got to be careful how you treat people, because karma will come back and get your ass. Jamie Mason says, rich people really don't like to be talked to like that. Well, they don't. Kids, my name says, also, no, Tiku says, I hope he ends up working for food. I do too, because that's the stuff that I'll be talking about. It's like you have people that's like that, and they think that they have a right to talk to anybody any type of way. So we're going to go into our next segment. We got two videos. One is this Asian dude. He's pretty good. He be laying it into everybody. He's talking about Renee Nicole Good. His name is Bradley Fu, I believe, and he did a good job at breaking a lot. He breaks a lot of stuff down, so I would recommend that you guys go see his page. And then there was another guy that was over here speaking about, he's actually speaking to a guy in regards to some racist things that were going on. And the guy that was on the phone, who was the racist, wasn't able to really say anything or refute what he was saying. So we're going to take a look at the first video and let me know what you think.
People, we fucking told you so. There can be 1,000 Renee Nicole Good and white people would not learn their lesson. This video is purely white on white crime because I know that's the only thing that is gonna get the message across. I don't have to mention the Sand Creek Massacre, Emmett Till, La Matanza in Texas. Y'all don't give a fuck about the 40+ deaths that are people of color, black, Asian, Hispanic. They took Native Americans. So what is this video exactly? It's an I told you so. People of color have been telling you for 8 years about white on white crime, and you just wouldn't fucking listen. For the past 500 years, history has been a constant insidious pattern of the rich whites throwing the poor whites at each other, or convincing the poor whites that people of color are the problem and throwing them at people of color. World War I, World War II, the entirety of the Cold War, the rich whites exchanging slavery for perfected capitalism. When this orangutan motherfucker won the first time, we spent the entire 4 years of his presidency warning you this cannot happen again, or the exact same pattern is gonna repeat. We yet again spend the entire 4 years of this motherfucker's presidency saying this cannot happen again, or the exact same pattern would repeat. The most qualified women in this fucking country spend 100 days warning you dickheads.
Donald Trump intends to use the United States military against American citizens who simply disagree with him.
And then look at what just happened. What's even crazier, I know y'all don't give a fuck. They just shot one of you and your response is snowballs. You are not immune to fascism. The poor whites are not immune to fascism. Do I need to fucking remind you about the Vietnam War? White women are not immune to fascism. Your baby will die in your stomach in Texas, and there is absolutely fucking nothing you can do about it. The rich whites are not even safe amongst each other. These two betrayed each other twice last year. A lot of you have asked me what is the solution to these problems, and honestly, I have no idea. Recognizing a problem is very different from solving it. What I want is to hunt these Klan members down like dogs. But that's what I want, and it's completely different from what we need. White people, we fuck.
All right, so I'm gonna read some of the comments from this one. Somebody says, all because they didn't want to vote for the brown woman. Another person, well, he showed a picture. Another person says, recognize a problem is different from solving it. I have a huge respect for you, sincerely. Another person says, I mean, these are the same people who justify racism, lynching, and eating slaves. So it makes sense that they justify atrocities toward their own people. And then we're going to take a look at this next one. This is the guy that's pretty much talking to a guy that's kind of a racist on the phone. So let me know what you think, and we'll be right back.
Black people causing crimes. Why would I want to live in go live in a black neighborhood where they're shooting each other every other day?
Let me ask you a question. How did Charlie Kirk die?
He was shot. Yeah.
By who?
Kind of like how you do your.
Hold up. By who?
By a guy.
By what type of guy?
Yeah, like with one single white on
By,
white.
no. Hold
up.
How many white people? Do you know the statistic about how many white people die every year from gun violence?
Yeah, it's probably a majority due to the black people.
No. It can't be black people's problem when they putting the gun in their mouth. Do you know your people got a serious mental health issue going on right now?
Oh, wait.
I asked you who killed Charlie Kirk.
Okay.
You said a man killed Charlie Kirk. You know a white man killed Charlie Kirk. And then you know white people are hold up. And you talk about violent. White people are so violent they're killing themselves. Did you know that?
Yeah, and it's totally not.
Let me ask you how many white people
community
are dying every year from killing themselves? Do you know that number?
rates and black people.
So I'm gonna read some of the comments from this. One person says, keep in mind too, same day Kirk died, a school was shot up, and that was by who? And that is true because the school just went to the past. And it did. Everybody keep forgetting about it. It was a school that was shot up. And the news, CBS, ABC, NBC, all the Fox, they took it all. They didn't even say nothing about it. Another person says they also killed their entire family before killing themselves. That is also true. Another person says 81% of all white homicide victims are killed by white perpetrators, white on white crime. So I want to know what you guys thought of this, because this is my thing. It gets tiresome when you're trying to talk to somebody about, you know, these things. It's like I stated before, I'm not arguing with people about what they are. I'm not arguing with people about what they do, their family history and all that. We know who they are. I'm not arguing with pedos no more. I'm not arguing with racists. I'm not arguing with rapists. I'm just not arguing with people like that no more. It's a waste of your time. Low IQ individuals, it's just a waste of your time. Now, this guy sit here, he was so racist, he didn't even want to listen to what the black guy was saying. He kept trying to talk over him. And the stats, I mean, that's why the FBI took the stats down. You know, most of the white men in this country, rapists, pedos, mass shooters, unalive themselves, domestic violence, drug dealers, all that. And that's just what was reported. That's not what has been found. That's not the ones where the cops throw throughout the case and the judge throughout the case. That's just what was reported and mostly convicted. So the numbers are a lot higher than that. What do y'all think?
Again, Dateline NBC exists for 30 years, documenting white on white crime. There are literal channels. That means there is so much white on white crime that literal channels, as in multiple, exist. You have HD, not HD, what is it? IDTV. You have shows like Snapped. You got Unsolved Mysteries. You got Dateline NBC. All these actual channels and shows devoted to white on white fucking crime. All niggas got is the first 48. Yep. It ain't. And even when back in the day when it was motherfucking cops, it was a bunch of you meth head motherfuckers on there all the goddamn time. You poor white trash. White men and white people, but specifically white men, are so violent that the FBI is deleting the fucking stats. When he asked him who killed Charlie Kirk, the motherfucker, a man, because you didn't want to say a white man, because that right there disproves every fucking thing you talking about. Oh, shout out to Jamal Brown. He gave us our first cash app of the day for $30, and we just got one from Sunshine, a super chat from Sunshine for $5. So thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. We really do appreciate it.
Yes, but yeah, that's some bullshit. He kept getting in his ass because they don't like. Oh, but I'm sure it. When he asked about white on white crime, I'm sure it has something to do with black people. How the fuck if it's white on white crime? Mm-hmm. White boys going in there and shooting up schools don't have anything to do with black people, because y'all not shooting up black schools. You shooting up white schools. white boys are shooting up white schools. Meanwhile, the fucking gag is y'all got the metal detectors in the wrong fucking place because you got metal detectors in black schools when you should be having them where them fucking white kids is at. And then y'all such cowards that you'll go kill your entire fucking family and then go turn the gun on your goddamn self. That's white people doing that shit. You rarely, I'm not saying it doesn't exist in the black community, but you rarely see black serial killers. You rarely see black serial rapists. You rarely see black cannibals. All violent sexual crimes is committed by fucking white men. And like you say, it's just the ones that are fucking documented. And when it comes to black crimes, the majority of those convictions are overturned, and they don't talk about that. They just see the conviction as the stat. They don't see post conviction, or if it or post arrest if the shit gets overturned. And the majority of white people is out here committing crimes that go unsolved because nobody puts their ass in fucking jail. How many women are out there? How many serial killers are out there that ain't been caught, but they fucking white men?
Mm-hmm.
Every time some shit happens, every time it's a school shooting, what the fuck we say? Betty White. That's exactly what he is. And 9 times out of 10, 10 out of fucking 10, that's exactly what the fuck they are. Columbine wasn't no niggas. Sandy Hook wasn't no niggas. But you want to talk about violent crime in the black community, bitch. If you don't live in the black community, why the fuck do you give a fuck?
Exactly.
If you ain't in the black community, why do you care? But you don't want to talk about the violence against or let's talk about the violence from white men towards white women. Oh, y'all don't want to talk about that shit because you police officers are DV like a motherfucker. Y'all beat y'all wives like it's a fucking religion.
Mm-hmm.
And because you carrying that badge, you get away with it. That's that. Let's talk about that shit. Let's talk about how violent the fucking police are. But y'all got the gun in the badge, so I guess that don't count as being fucking violent. But as soon as somebody say, what about black on black crime? No, bitch, what about Charlie Kirk? Because that nigga got shot in the fucking neck talking about some black on the minute he's talking about gang violence. Well, it's gonna be and it was a white fucking person. Imagine talking shit about niggas, and in the middle of talking shit about niggas, you get popped by a white man.
Amen.
If that ain't quick fucking karma, bitch, I don't know what the fuck is. Imagine talking cash money shit about niggas and right then and there, fuck him.
Yeah, it's crazy. And that's why when I see people talk about, I'm just like, y'all worried about the wrong things. Y'all priorities are not in order. I said, and if you look at history, and we talk about this so many times on the show, you can go through all the history. You know, and when I was reading about the buffalo, that 20,000 buffalo that were murdered, well, white folks just killed them so they could starve the Native Americans, so they could take their land. I said, to even think of processing that and doing a plan like that is mind-boggling to me. To even think you're going to harm 2 different groups. You're going to harm the animals and the people, all for some land, and you don't care. I keep telling everybody I'm not surprised at Trump. I'm not surprised at Pete Hegseth or Caroline Levitt. I'm not surprised at Putin, Netanyahu. All of them are white. These are white people. They are the descendants of the ancestors. It's the same stuff. Ain't nothing changed. All we got was some nicer phones. We got some sleeker, nicer cars. You know, you got the nicer airplanes and stuff and things of that nature, but that's about it. They're still the same people.
Exactly. Ain't shit changed.
Ain't nothing really changed there. And I wanted to show something on an international scale. So, you know, IShowSpeed, we spoke about him the other day. I guess there was the FIFA Cup that was happening in 2026. I think there was a game that was happening in Morocco against Senegal. And Morocco, as you know, Morocco, Algeria, and Egypt, ever since the Arab people got there, has been extremely racist. Extremely. I said, how y'all going to move from the Middle East to there and be racist when y'all should be racist against the people that's blowing up all y'all shit in the Middle East? I mean, your priorities are just not in order. You got to make it make sense for us. But this is a clear example. So I'm going to show us 3 videos regarding what happened at the game, and we're going to talk about it. Let's take a look at the first one. So I'm gonna read some comments from this. Somebody says, all I see is violent Moroccan police and ball boys trying to cheat. Go Senegal. Another person says, Morocco must be banned from all future events. Of course, a white person will say that. And then somebody says, well, well, well. And then we're going to take a look at this one. Let's take a look at this next video and let me know what you think. I'm going to read some of the comments from this one. Somebody says Morocco should be banned from hosting anything again. Another person says Senegal saved Africa. Another person says Morocco needs to be sanctioned by CAF and FIFA. And somebody says the images that we're hiding, thank you for showing the world. And then I want to show this one as well. This was a few other things that happened. Let's take a look.
Fucking ball boys assaulted the backup goalkeeper for Senegal. Why is no one talking about this? Yes, you heard me right. Assaulted. This is a subplot of an already chaotic AFCON final between Senegal and Morocco. But here is the hero of today's story, Yvan Diouf. He plays professionally in France and he's the backup goalkeeper for Senegal. And as you can see, he's holding a towel. And the reason for this is throughout the tournament that Morocco is hosting, their staff have been stealing the towel of the opposing team's goalkeeper. You can see ball boys stealing it. You can see their staff like stewards stealing it. You can even see Hakimi, the captain of the Moroccan national team, tossing it over the wall. And every time they went to get a new towel, they would just steal it again. But that's where the Moroccan ball boys assaulted the backup goalkeeper for Senegal. But that's where Yvan Diouf comes in. He wasn't going to let Edouard Mendy's towel get stolen, no matter what. But the Moroccans wouldn't let up. Players were trying to rip it out of his hand. The ball boys even assaulted him and surrounded him. They even chased him down the sideline while the match is going on to try to steal this towel. Look at how far they chase him down the sideline here. They'll stop at no ends. This is clown behavior from Morocco, the host nation. And after Senegal scored, quite frankly, I think that was karma. Share this video right now if you think football justice has been served. But
all right, so while this is playing, I'm going to read some of the comments. Somebody says, a good thing is the world can clearly see who the real savages are. Somebody says this is not competitiveness. This is straight up disrespectful. Another person says, congratulations, Senegal. One person says they got their karma. They lost. They are concentrating on the wrong things. Should stay focused on the game. And that's facts. And then to add insult to injury, after the game, so after Morocco lost, AFCON 2025 journalist is found dead in Morocco hotel after criticizing referees. Investigation is ongoing. Now, this is what we get to me about Middle Eastern people and things of that nature. Everybody want the watermelon in the bio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody want the watermelon in the bio. Poor Palestine, poor Iran, poor Afghanistan, poor Iraq, poor everything. Let me tell you this. United States, Europe, Israel, because Israel can't stand none of them in the Middle East. Go ahead and do your thing. Tear that whole Middle East up. Do your thing. Because I told everybody, I'm tired. I'm tired of us having to defend people that are this is, and I want you guys to think about this. This is a game. Imagine if this was over resources. Just imagine if this was over resources, food and water. They did all this to a game. I'm going to show you some other clips as well. They tore up the whole city. Mostly Senegalese people's property. And this is the thing that gets me about Middle Eastern people. You know, a lot of them got, you forget when Portugal and Spain and Europe came over there and they had colonized a lot of those areas. The same thing that happened in India and China, oh, the whiteness. So a lot of them like, oh, I'm white Middle Eastern. It's this whole thing to tend to be white. And you forget Middle Easterns are very hairy as well. They almost hairy as a lot of people from Europe. That's why they have a lot of those similarities, but they practice a different religion, which is Islam. My thing is this: when things are happening to you guys want, especially Black people, to come to your defense. You want people to pray for you. You want people to help you. You want people to give you salvation. You guys sit here, and this is a game. Y'all was sitting there trying to drag that boy out the stab. Y'all was sitting there taking their tiles. Y'all, and let's keep it real. They murdered somebody. The Moroccans murdered that man for speaking out. And I'm gonna show you some other images too after this as well. But this is what gets me. Egypt, since Egypt don't want to be African no more, since they lightening up their skin, and Morocco and Algeria, good luck to you guys, because what y'all need to focus on is what happened in Nigeria. Now, you remember when Trump threw that bomb over there, right? Over there, because they was talking about it was a Christian Muslim war. You ain't heard nothing about it since, because of the whole thing with Venezuela and the whole thing with Greenland. Once all that stuff settles, they're going to come back to that. We know United States. We know how white folks, how they think, especially those type of white folks. They are going to come back to that. And all eyes is going to be on Morocco, Algeria, and Egypt. And when they put your asses in concentration camps and they dragging you out of the house like what ICE is doing, and they giving you the Renee Good, I'll be like, well, you should have fought back. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I want y'all to have the same energy that y'all have at that damn game. I want y'all to have the same energy of attacking people. Go attack the real aggressors, and let's see if you win. Africans, y'all need to wake up, and y'all need to just fall back, because I'm telling you, we know United States is going to turn on the UAE. They're going to turn on Saudi Arabia as well. They always do. They always do. Those are the two that's involved in what's going on in Congo and involved in UAE. But once they don't need them either, they're going to turn on both Saudi Arabia and the UAE, and they're going to be a done deal.
Yeah.
And I'm be like, hey, oh well. I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. When you're doing it was fine. Now they ain't fine no more, since you're the ones that's being targeted. I'm not gonna feel sorry for any of those people when they put them in, blowing up them, talking about weapons of mass destruction. Ain't found no weapons of mass destruction. I'm like, oh well, that's exactly what you're gonna do. What do you guys think?
I agree with you 100%. They forever on that bullshit. It's always they want to be anti-black until they get treated anti-white. That's how it's always gonna be. And I'm not even involved in that shit. I keep saying it. I ain't put that watermelon in my body because I know what you motherfuckers are like. I can't take my ass over there and expect. If I take my ass over there, I already know what y'all gonna treat me like. So why the fuck am I gonna do the fighting over here if I know I can't come over there and be treated with respect? Yeah. So you want me to fight for you on my turf, but if I come to your shit, I'm gonna be discriminated against. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
We're not the ones. And no, just not saying it can't happen to us. Not saying we can't have bombs over here or no shit like that. But y'all voted for the destruction. And it's some of the Palestine people that wanted Kamala Harris in office because they knew what time it was. But no, you anti-black motherfuckers. Just like that boy, I don't know his name, but he was the one who said, I'd vote for the devil before that bitch. I'd vote for the devil before I'd vote for that black bitch. And now he the main one on here talking about something. It's time for peace and it's time for this and that. Fuck you and fuck your peace, okay? I want you to take... You could stick peace up your ass with no Vaseline, okay? That's what the fuck you could do. Cause you up here now, all of a sudden he's a fucking rapper now, and he's being.
Hold up.
Yes.
He using black culture.
Yes, he is. You can't tell this nigga he ain't fucking hip hop. The fucking baggy clothes, the music, and everything. But it was fuck Kamala Harris. Oh, we will do whatever we have to do for the next 4 years. You'll pay for the last 4 years. You will do everything. Now you got the devil. You said it yourself. You vote for the devil, and that's exactly what you did. You voted for the devil, and when he turned your shit into beachfront fucking property, if you can't afford a condo in that motherfucker, oh well. Fuck you. Happy house hunting, bitch. Maybe you could find you a nice place under some goddamn rubble and rebuild. But until then, it's bombs over Baghdad in that bitch, because that's what the fuck you voted for. That is exactly what you voted for. So that's what the fuck you get. That's exactly what it is. It's raining bombs, bitch, because that's what you voted for. You voted for that white man. You didn't want a black woman to lead you, so this is what the fuck you get. Deal with it. Fuck you. Fuck your watermelon. All that shit. Your niggas even you use watermelon as a stereotype for niggas. Y'all appropriating that shit.
Yep.
Y'all can't even have a motherfucking fruit that's your own shit. You gotta come take that. Shout out to Brian for our super chat for $19.99 and Jazz and Laughter for $5.
Hey, thank you guys so much. We appreciate, and we always appreciate the support and everything. And Brian, thank you so much. Brian he be out there and helping us.
Thank you.
I really appreciate that, y'all. Thank y'all so much. We are getting close to reaching our goal, but this is what we be talking about. Hey Neil, this is a new person, Neil Demo. Nice to see you. This is what we be talking about, and I don't understand how you can use Black culture. You don't like us. How you can ask for help. You don't like us. How you can want to be in our spaces and steal all of our technology and stuff, but you don't like us. You have to make it make sense. There is something mentally unstable with a lot of the people in the Middle East that's not processing, or Middle Eastern. And I don't care how they feel about it, but it's something that's not processing with you guys, because for you guys to not like Black people and treat them like that. And I keep telling everybody, this is over a game. That is over a game that they play every year. There's going to be another game next year and the year after that. Well, hopefully. But this is what I'll be talking about here. And I just want y'all to think about it. Just imagine if this was over resources, what they would have really did to the people in Senegal.
Exactly.
I think y'all need to pay attention to these people, their antics and their energy and stuff. That's why when you see Netanyahu over there talking about he about to tear up Lebanon and Yemen, I don't know what to tell you ass. You better try to outrun that bomb, because I don't know what to tell you. I mean, because you don't like our Black ass, so oh well. I hate to be like that, but it comes to a point that people get tired of it, man. People get really tired of it. Getting tired of treat. That's why I said foundational Black Americans fall back, and that includes I include Somalians in that same category as the Moroccans. Keep your ass over there. They tearing your ass up in Minnesota. Oh well. Y'all not Black. Me no Black. Me no Black. Do I look Black? We showed the videos. We showed multiple videos over multiple days. It was consistent.
Sure did.
We show how Somalians treat even American people, even American whites. It's consistent. If y'all so great, why could y'all build this shit in Somalia? That's my question there. You could go to Somalia, but you can't, because the people that look like you is tearing your asses up. They don't want shooting up your huts. Not us.
Not the hut. Not the hut.
I mean, that's what they're living in.
Not the
huts and clay houses. It's just like, it's crazy. Oh, Zeus said every 4 years. Well, they have another 4 years to get their ass whooped again, because that's not.
Shit.
That's not the only thing.
Nigga did it.
I mean, hey, that's what it is.
Shit.
Houses, that's what they live in. And
goddamn.
And to sit there and treat, it's mind-boggling to me how people are. So I want to show y'all some other videos that took place over this cup. And this was actually with IShowSpeed. He was actually over there, and he's been blowing up recently. And so we want to we just want you guys to take a look at this and let me know what you think. And we will be right back.
So this video has been circulating, but the only question we have is why? I mean, we know the reason, but still, why? Now, this shows the Moroccan team trying to steal the towel of Senegal's goalkeeper.
All right, so we already seen that, but I want to see what the comments say. Somebody says Africa for Senegal all the way. Somebody said go boycott Morocco, and somebody said this win is so sweet. And then this is another video. This happened when the Senegal when they was traveling over there, and this was how they were treated going through security. Let's take a look.
I have never seen a team about to play a final experience these scenes, and I'm referring to the Senegalese national team, because this was them arriving in Rabat ahead of the AFCON final against Morocco, and this is just the first part of this story. So the Senegalese national team had to travel by train in order to get to Rabat. They had zero security when they got there, and when they get to the bottom of the elevator at that train station, they literally can't get out because they are swarmed. So that is the first part, and now let me move on to the second part, because in Rabat, the training complex that they were allocated was opposite the Morocco camp, and Senegal raised their concerns about this because they were worried that their training sessions could be recorded secretly behind their back. So Senegal reportedly requested a new venue because of this. That would be insane though. Imagine you've got 2 football pitches or 2 areas, and you've got one team in the final on one pitch and another team on the final on the other. That's mental. But realistically, it is morally wrong. And in conclusion to this, so you've had the train incident, you've had the training complex incident, where it turns out that the Senegalese have only been allocated 3,000 tickets out of the 70k ahead of this final. And it's also been reported that each Senegalese player has only been allocated 4 tickets for their friends and families. You would expect more than that, wouldn't you? But they've only been given 4. And this comes back to that small allocation that Senegal have been given ahead of this final. So in conclusion to this, it will be an absolute miracle, I think, if Senegal get the job done and beat Morocco in their own backyard because of all of.
All right, so that's how they were traveling there and how they were treated. And this is by the government, okay? By the government. I want y'all to pay attention to that. Somebody says the science in Morocco is proudly sponsored by Senegal. Football won again today. Congratulations, Senegal. Another person says, who is here after Senegal's win? And somebody says, if you're reading this, Senegal won. And then this happened at a press conference. And I mean, this is the level of disrespect, this childish. These are grown-ass people. I want y'all to process it. These are grown men and women acting like fucking 3- and 4-year-olds. Take a look at this. And this is also a little bit off subject here, but I want to read this real quick. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about this. So this was a Mexican entrepreneur. His name was Alberto Preto. He's a transportation business owner. He was killed after refusing to pay cartel extortion fees. His Lamborghini Urus was struck by 200+ shots in a targeted hit. Him and his daughter died. And somebody, I'm gonna read the comments here. Somebody says, and the Mexican president refuses to let America intervene because she thinks these people deserve due process. Another person says he had 1 private security truck with him versus 10 to 15 the cartel sent. Stood no chance. Rest in peace to him and his daughter. And somebody says ruthless, couldn't have waited. Why get the kid too? This is what I'm talking about here. And the reason why I brought this up is because you have these people here who are literally, they don't fight for themselves. They don't fight for themselves. And if you don't have somebody that's fighting for themselves, why would you fight for them? Now,
exactly.
So I'm gonna go back to Senegal real quick. So you just had the whole thing happen with Senegal and how they were treated against Morocco. And that was by the government. Transportation was bad, no security, sending them to the wrong location, all this stuff. I want y'all to remember when United States and European nations and Israel come over there and tear y'all asses up. I want y'all to do the same thing. Y'all only get 4 tickets to escape the country. You better figure out which family member's gonna have it, since y'all want to play those games.
Yep.
Just how you did to the Senegal people. I'm telling you, I don't like fighting fire with fire anymore. You got a fire. I want to bring a whole goddamn asteroid. Everything got to go. We tearing up everything. And this is why I have that mentality, because we keep allowing people to just be disrespectful, and they don't get their just desserts. They don't get their due. So when the United States and all them come over there, because they already talking about I think it's not Lebanon or whatever, they're already talking about, they trying to go to war with Middle East again. I don't give a shit. Let them do what they do. Y'all don't like black people no way, so why should I give a shit about any of you over there? We tired.
There you go.
We tired. And then you just seen this, the Mexican cartel. Now, this is another thing. Everybody's always talking about, Mexican proud and Hispanic proud or whatever. Your own people, the cartel, shot up an honest businessman with 200 bullets with his daughter in the car. Didn't give a damn rat's ass. 200 bullets, your own people. And y'all sitting here worried about black people. Y'all sitting here worried about America. Y'all need to be worried about nothing America. Your president, she need to get that shit over there together first. How about that?
Exactly.
Get that together first. That's what gets me about people. People talk about everybody else's shit and they ain't got their own shit together. Get your shit together first. How about that? Because you got a cartel over there, and I already told you about the run-in I had with the cartel when I was over there with those idiots when we went over there, and how the cartel that was in PB was the same cartel that was, well, there's a few big ones, but I guess the one in PB was the same that was in Guadalajara, because they was over there doing drugs in the bathroom like some idiots.
Yep.
That's why I be telling y'all. I said, black people don't have to do it. Black people, y'all just got to stand back, stand by, and regroup and get yourselves together. And when I say get yourselves together, Tim Scott's not allowed. Candace Owens not allowed. The Hodge twins, they want to be white so bad. Let their ass go work in the fields with those white folks, because they don't even want them in they asked to be a part of Arkansas town. They said, hell no. Look at how light-skinned your ass is and green eyes. Put big over asses out there and go pick that cotton. How about that? They didn't give a shit about any of that. They knew exactly what he had. The nigga had everything. They the hell no. That's why I be telling y'all, all them, they stay on the other side. Whatever happens to them, happens to them. Don't go here doing, I'm sorry, baby. Nah, keep all that mammy coon shit somewhere else. That pacify shit, that religious, praise Jesus, we gonna hold hands. Fuck that. That shit ain't working. That's why people, it ain't. That's why they feel like they can keep doing what they can do to people, especially black people, because they're like, all they gonna do is pray. All they gonna do is go to church. I hear cops say, my friend, he used to tell me, he said, man, the cops, he would say, all they gonna do is go march. And we're gonna go shoot another one. They're gonna march, they ain't gonna do nothing. They're gonna sue the city gonna pay with their tax dollars.
Exactly.
That's what happens. Nikki, what do you think?
I agree with you. It's the same shit. You ain't fighting for yourself. Why the fuck you want me to do it? Now it's the same exact shit. Nobody wants to fight for themselves, but they want to fight for everybody else. White women, I saw Boss Up at Miss Janine put a video out today. White women asking to join the Black Panther Party. Why, bitch? You can't have community amongst yourself. You motherfuckers can't even, you again, why do you want to join the Black Panthers? First of all, but secondly, why would you want to? So you're a white person wanting to join a black organization because, again, you're seeking cover from black people. That would be the only incentive for you to join that, is so that you can be protected. You're not going out there to protect black people. You're joining it to be protected by black people. That's exactly what all these people are doing. All these people of color, y'all think we're stupid. You want to use us to protect you under the guise of community when you don't have it. You're not even fighting for yourselves. Y'all are literally out there. I saw on CNN today this Latino woman. She claimed she was autistic or whatever. ICE pulled her out the car and was giving her all these conflicting orders, and they dragged her out the car and shit. Them people was out there, photographers are out there taking the fucking pictures. The rest of them are out there yelling, but they're holding their phones. Nobody came and fought with them ICE people to get that woman free. They let them arrest her. Not a reporter, not a photographer, not the people on the street said, hey, let's stop filming and go kick their ass because it's more of us than it is them. No, everybody want to get the shot. Everybody want to be able to upload shit to social media, but y'all not doing nothing. Every time you see the fucking ICE in Latino places, hey, this is not right. I'm filming. This is not right. We are citizens. That shit. But you're not doing nothing. That's why you want black people involved, because you know if black people was there, that shit wouldn't be happening. Because we wouldn't be sitting there recording it. We would be doing something about it. And we're not getting involved in that. Y'all can't fight for yourselves, but you want us to do it. But again, the minute black people place a boundary, you see where people really are. Because especially you Mexican motherfuckers, y'all showed y'all asses when black people said, nah, y'all got it.
Yeah.
Because we went from, oh, this is everybody's fight. When black people said, nah, you got it. Oh, you fucking niggers. Why we can't see? Y'all was fighting for an inch of your life to be able to say nigger and nigger. What happened to the unity? Then all of a sudden, we don't know how to protest. Oh, black, you don't know how to protest. We're peaceful. Okay, since you so motherfucking peaceful, essay, take your peaceful ass out there. Go take your peaceful ass to Home motherfucking Depot and talk to a goddamn ICE officer when they're arresting your ass. Since you know every goddamn thing, since you so fucking peaceful, then why the fuck was y'all bothering black people in the first goddamn place? If you don't like the way that we protest, if you claim we burn every goddamn thing down, if you claim we fuck up our own neighborhood, why are you there? If y'all are inclined on my it's on my TikTok and I believe it is on my Instagram, you got to scroll deep in the archives, but I literally did a 7-minute video on a Mexican woman, how she was talking cash money shit about black people and protesting, and how she went from, oh my god, I can't believe it, I can't believe I voted for him, oh my god to talking cash shit about black people. Oh, we don't need you anyways to vote. Our people, we stick together. And I proceeded to break down for everything she said. I gave video evidence of fucking lies. Oh, you black people, all you do is loot and burn your shit down. Mind you, it was a gas station with a bunch of motherfucking Mexicans in that bitch looting like a motherfucker. Not a nigga in sight. They talk. The minute you tell them no, that's when you see their true colors come out.
Oh yeah.
That's the minute you see their true. What do they say? When you place boundaries, the people that have a problem are the people that benefited from you not having any. Everybody on the face of this fucking earth has benefited from black people not having boundaries. Therefore, the minute we set one, you motherfuckers are upset. Don't come to us talking about, oh, we understand, but ain't no but. Either you understand or you fucking don't. We're not coming out there. We did our job November 5th. Now you got to do yours. You chose it the hard way. We could have did it the easy way on November 5th, but y'all wanted it the hard way. Y'all wanted to learn y'all motherfucking lesson, and this is y'all lesson to learn. This ain't our lesson to teach you. That's the problem. They looking for us to teach. This ain't it. You could tell a white person, you could tell a person of color, go do the fucking work, and they still, you ever had a conversation with a white person and you tell them to go do the work and they still asking you to do the work, and they think they slick, with it. Oh, but I just, you'll tell them, go read this book, go read it. Bitch, read the motherfucking book. Go to ChatGPT and ask for the Cliff Notes. I don't give a fuck, but you ain't getting it from me. Go get your notes from somebody else, but you're not copying off my shit. We're not doing that. And they could be mad all day. You white women, be prepared to be pissed. Be prepared to be sick of us because we're sitting it the fuck out. And to all you black people that want to take your ass out there, go ahead.
Good luck.
Go to Starbucks, get your pumpkin spice latte, and you going right on out there with Becky. And the minute them rubber bullets start flying and you look around, Becky and her motherfucking tape ends gonna be long fucking gone.
See, the problem is it ain't rubber bullets no more. They gave Renee the good. They popped her ass while she was driving away. This is a white woman.
You right. You absolutely right. Ain't no rubber bullets, bitch.
No rubber bullets.
So when you end up in a motherfucking body bag and Becky's ass is home telling the goddamn story, oh my God, I wouldn't be alive today if that nigger hadn't taken that bullet for me. if that nigger hadn't have been at that protest and taken that bullet from me, my long back bitch ass wouldn't even be here right now. I don't even know that nigger's name, but wherever you are, heaven or hell, thank you for using your body to protect my white self. I don't know you. I don't know your kids. I'm not donating to your GoFundMe. Fuck you, nigger. But thank you for putting your body on the line for me. That's y'all shit.
Amen. That's exactly how they are. And you know what? Since we're talking about this, we're going to go into our white segment today. We're going to talk about a few things here. Some of these videos is going to be interesting. So I would say just stay tuned, hold your seats. But the first one, they always have Scott Genius. His face just fucking irritates me. He always has a wink or a frown or his lips contorts a different way. I'm like, dude, do you got child porn on your computer? Because he be defending this shit so much. It'd be ridiculous. You know what? I forgot to do this, you guys. I have to go to commercial break real quick. But before I do that, I'm gonna read some of the comments. Democracy just wrote, there's a new video out of an FBI agent infiltrating the protest. He was trying to be violent and destructive, and the libs shut his ass down. His handlers got scared. He was in danger and scooped him. I think he might be talking. I think maybe because I think I've seen a video where he was burning a flag and then he walked away. And so somebody followed him. They said, why are you just burning an American flag and just walking away? And it was an ICE agent. That was the same thing that white girl did. She was wearing pink, and that's when they were doing the Black Lives Matter. And she was telling people to tear up the stores and stuff like that. And they found out that she had worked for, I think, the CIA or FBI as well. So trust me, you guys, you're going to see agitators out there like that. And it's usually incited by racist white folks. That's what they do. This is not something new that they have agitators out there that do stuff like that. Samuel C. says, French Montana is the same culture vulture who disrespected Tashina Arnold on social media, talking about her bad with terms bead hair. That for sure was anti-black as fuck. French Montana. I think he is from Morocco, if I believe.
Yeah, I believe. He's African.
He could take his ass right back there too.
I think he did, but he did, and when he married somebody, I think he a prince or some shit now. I don't know.
Keep his ass over there, because when you're not, I'm telling you, we know how Europe is going to act. We know how United States is going to act. We know how Israel is going to act. When they go over there and they tear their asses up, I don't want to hear French Montana and none of them say anything. Keep that same energy, Morocco. Keep that same energy, Egypt. Algeria, keep that same energy, and including the rest of the Middle East as well. We don't care no more, especially on the black side. Yaya says, I believe it was called the Rainbow Coalition Panthers, or the Panthers Coalition, or the Rainbow Panthers, one of them. Oh, that's a lot. No, we might have to. I wish we had our history teacher on here. He probably could have researched it for us. Jamie said he's from Palestine. Same goddamn thing. Middle East, all whatever it is. They all the same people. We don't give a shit no more. All in the same boat. Ain't changing over here. That game showed me everything I needed to see from them. I already seen the other videos from how they treated black people, how they called Kamala out her name, how they talked to other black people, how they follow us around the store. And now you're just seeing it at a game. That's at a game. I'm telling you guys, just wait until there's a resource issue that happened. Watch those Middle Easters try to treat those black people bad like Saudi Arabia and UAE. Just watch. So we're going to take a look at this first one. Actually, we're going to go to commercial break. We're going to be right back, and then we'll see you in a few seconds.
Fresh off the boat, motherfuckers with an attitude. No papers, no English, anti-black and rude. You POC, but you wanna be YT. Seat at the table, as an equal you'll never be. Came to this country off the civil rights side. Get your money up, then stab us in the back. You hate us, but you need us. Gotta make it make sense. When it comes to the whites, y'all just niggas with accents. Let them know y'all just niggas with accents. Let them know y'all just niggas with accents. Let them know y'all just niggas with accents.
Silk Press Jesus has returned. He's white, historically rebranded, and Grindr approved for Christian comfort. Don't miss your blessing. Order now.
Get out, get on out, get out. get on out. Can't stay on the scene unless you got that green. Get out, get on out. Get out, get on out. Ice is on that ass, you don't get a fourth chance. Get out, get on out. Get out. I didn't vote black, got that ass in back. Get out, get on out.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to Puerto People Podcast, where we say the quiet part out loud so you don't have to. So I'm still joined by the Queen of Justice herself, Miss Nicki. And as always, so you guys know, the show is raw, filtered, and uncut. So whatever you get is whatever you get, okay? So we're going to go into that Scott Jennings video. I wanted to show that to you, and we are going to just kick it off. Stay tuned.
Follow the law, but let's not get our knickers in a twist here. There's no
let's not get our
punishment for this.
knickers in a twist over child rape. Why are you talking like that? It's insane. Like, it's insane. The Epstein Files
What's
is
insane?
a multinational, multi-generational child and woman sex trafficking ring. So your attitude right now, you're sort of like, well, shucks, devil begun, is just horrifying to me. Every woman in the world that is watching this, why are you acting like you have no idea what's happening here? Scott, this is...
He asked me a question about following the law.
Yes, and what
I
I'm
said they
saying
should
to you
follow
is
the
your
law.
attitude. Yeah, and they're not following the law. They're 30 days late on following law, and they didn't explain why they redacted the first things in the first place, which they were also supposed to do.
I know.
Listen,
You
at
have a
this
strong
point, this is
opinion
not...
about it, and
I have a strong
respect
opinion
that.
about it because it is a
But I think they should-
disgusting
I think they should
policy
do it
that
as
they are
fast as
doing
they
this.
can.
They are hiding it. It is not the behavior of innocent people, and everything that is in these files it could bring an entire house down. And if it has to, it has to. If it brings down Democrats, bring them down. If it brings down Republicans, bring them down. If it brings down princes, world leaders, Hollywood people, bring them down. But what it feels like right now is that there's a giant cabal of people that do not have to listen to the law, do not have to oppose the law, and they were supposed to do something, then they didn't do something, and now they're trying to have a new law that says we don't even have to do it. And what's really...
They should follow the law, but let's not.
So I want to read some of the comments here. Somebody says, every woman knows this exact patronizing, fox puzzle look on his face when he's forced to confront that he's talking to a woman with twice the intelligence. Another person says, the smug look on his face says it all. How did you not choose violence is beyond me. Thank you for your tireless work. And one other person says, Scott Jennings need to have his hard drive checked. I didn't I just stated that?
Mm-hmm.
Either you did it in the past, you're currently doing it now, or you want to do pedo stuff in the future. That's the only way I see it. And it's all the same thing to me. And then I want to take a look at this. This lady brought, everybody was talking about black people violent or something. Let's take a look at this.
Oh, you got a bat? I think fair.
Oh, that's not about to go good.
With a fucking bat. Why not? Why not?
Ooh. How you drop the bat? You had a whole upper hand, bro.
You hear me? That fucking bat ain't gonna fucking help you. You hear me? That fucking bat just fucking pissed me off. You hear me? Thank you fucking goddamn mama. You hear me?
Just wanted to show that to people since they always, the blacks always fight. Everybody fights, okay? We're just gonna keep it, okay? And then, as you know, IShowSpeed has been gaining in popularity, right? Well, now, as you know, we got culture vultures, and now there's a white guy calling himself White Speed. They always gotta take our shit, and it's the same shit we see on Instagram and all the social media platforms, the same thing we see in music and movies. Let's take a look.
Bro, why are you such a dickhead, bro?
Like, try to talk to a security guard. He looks at me and says, "Don't fucking touch me." It's like, I'm sort of at a loss of words. This might be the end of the journey. Just trying to respectfully approach like some of the security and maybe some of the team and just say like, I'd like to have a conversation.
I want to read some of the comments from this one. Somebody sat here and they said, stop trying to capitalize on someone else's success. Another person says mayonnaise culture is actually cantankerous. That's pretty funny. Another person says, get out of Africa, you colonizer. Another person says he's an agent and a stalker. And then we're going to take a look at this last one. This is, I I'm a big fan of. I don't like eating at everybody's house. I don't like eating at a lot of fast food restaurants. And we've seen the videos where they get upset at us and they're like, oh, y'all nasty and this and that. Well, let's take a look and see what this lady does.
Nah, I know you fucking lying. I know you. I know
Yes.
you. I know you fucking. That shit better.
When I see that video, I said I
better
would got the car and whooped her ass.
Let me tell you something. I would have put the piss back in that bitch. I would have made her. I would have ripped that catheter out, and I would have made that bitch drink it. Then I would have made her eat that motherfucker. I would have put my foot so far up that bitch ass, she would have burnt my goddamn souls. I would have fucked her up. I would have beat that bitch to the fucking bone marrow. Listen, just lock me up now. Just go get my orange jumpsuit. Let me call my husband and be like, hey, I gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go. Cause that shit right there, you gotta die for that. I'm so whooping your ass ain't enough. I gotta whoop your ass, take a break, whoop your ass again. I'm gonna whoop you till I lose weight. That's how much I gotta whoop your ass. I gotta whoop your ass till I lose some fucking weight. That's how we gonna nah.
That was nasty. And she just, and I said, that's the reason why you got a colostomy bag now.
Nah.
That's the reason why you got a pee bag now, because
she would have had two of them motherfuckers pissed and she would nah. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. If that lady is still breathing, then that other person, then you deserve. You know how you get home and you get your ass, your mama be like, you better go fight back or I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Yep.
That's what that other person is. If you come back in my house and tell me you let a white bitch pour a fucking colostomy bag on you and that bitch is still breathing somewhere, no, you got to fucking go. Ain't no fucking way. Nah. I catch a case for that shit.
This is why I be telling people, I say I just don't have time. When I talk about even shaking people's hands, because I worked everywhere. I haven't seen doctors that did. Remember I told you about Dr. Poo Poo? And he was an eye doctor, and he never like, after he get done using the bathroom, he never washed his hands. And so the actual patients, they would sit there and say, they would say, oh, something smells. And even the nurses will sit there and say they can even smell it. And he has poop on his fingers.
Nope.
And so people will come back with eye infections and stuff like that. And I'm just sitting here like, have any of you, and I asked one of the nurses, I said, have any of you guys ever spoke to the doctor about it? They said, I don't want to lose my job. I said, but it's unsanitary. You're touching somebody's eye and you're touching medical equipment and you're putting poop in their eye because you didn't wash your ass. You didn't wash your fingers. That is so disgusting.
They are so fucking nasty. TikTok, y'all probably at this point, if we on live, I know y'all took this bitch down because y'all took it down when y'all motherfuckers are so nasty. Y'all are allergic to motherfucking water. Y'all are allergic to y'all okay with water until you put soap in that bitch. The minute you put soap in that motherfucker, then white people must be witches. And you're afraid of water because it's gonna make you fucking melt.
That's just nasty. It was the way
y'all are so fucking nasty.
She was proud to do it too. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over into Coonville. We gotta talk about Coonville today. That shit made my pressure. That shit. I told you. I said we got some heat today. I said the videos today we got some heat. I said I'm gonna start off slow. And then we're going to work our way in.
Somebody, I need Stone. You know what? Matter of fact, I need Stone to find her ass. I need Stone to find her. Yeah.
We got the video, so he.
We got the fucking. He need to find her ass because yeah.
And I'm just like, and for somebody, I said, first of all, I wouldn't even let her got to that point to even put a bag of pee on me. That wouldn't have happened.
Nah,
not in this lifetime.
We wouldn't. When I saw the bitch pulling it, let a motherfucking drop hit my goddamn window shield. I'm still fucking you up. I'm telling you, I'd have whooped her ass till I lost weight. Guaranteed. That would have been the best. That would have been the best diet of my life.
Oh, and so we got an update. Oh, and I'm gonna read some of y'all comments. I'm gonna come back to it. I have not forgot. I see your comments in there. So thank you guys. So the judge's decision to sell Nicki Minaj's home to be made this week. So everybody's speculating that the whole thing with the Turning Point USA and everything, that she, you know, she's having financial issues. This is the thing. This woman was the only female rapper that was really being promoted at the time that she was out. There was nobody else they were promoting. For you to amass all that money, and not only that, but not only amass that money, but for you to not get your citizenship during the height of your career, because they would have approved it during the height of your career, is the most stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. People like this and immigrants that are not intelligent should be sent back. I think she's from Trinidad, Tobago. Send her ass back. She can do all the Anaconda songs and everything over there. We just don't need stupid people. You had over 2 decades to get this done, and she didn't get it done. Let that sink in for a little bit. And so I think she has to pay a $533,000 lawsuit judgment or risk losing her $20 million California mansion. And this is the thing. I'm still trying to figure out how. I'm just at a loss for words for it. But this is the court proceedings and court documents, so y'all can kind of see that this is for real. This woman about to be kicked out, so she's gonna be all that stuff. You're gonna see her talking about all that stuff on social media. Somebody says she deserves everything she's getting. This little Kim. That's a good picture. She was on Don Lemon the other day. So Don Lemon, he's laughing about it too. And somebody said, "Oh, that's what she's doing." All that. So another thing I want to show is this whole thing with. I guess there was a Turning Point convention that happened recently. Now you have I think he's from Somalian or Ethiopian, whatever that black dude is, the one that be cooning for Cocoa Puffs. Him. You got Nick Fuentes, who's a half-breed Mexican. Then you got this guy back here and this guy who are two mixed dudes, black. And then you got a child pedophile here. So let's just take a look at this. Let's see what this is saying.
When I was a kid, the qualifiers for being a white supremacist were being white. That was like the main thing. Right now, white supremacists are a rainbow coalition. The new leaders of white supremacy are 2 biracials from the UK, a Mexican from Chicago, a nigga from Sudan, and a Blasian from New York. Like, what is... Like, for niggas to be against DEI, white supremacy really did add in some diversity, equity, and inclusion. Hey, maybe in like 10 years, the leaders of the Hebrew Israelite movements are gonna be Timothy Chalamet and Chet Hanks. So when I was a kid...
Like, let that sink in for a little bit. That don't even make sense. And that's why I tell people, let these people go to their own demise, because eventually it's going to happen soon. And then this is the light-skinned dude. So this is him. I think he is right there. This is him. And I guess the Jewish community was upset, and they was like, he's banned from everything. So I'm like, oh, so since you guys are targeted, now everything's racist. But when it's targeting everybody else, it's not racist. Peep that. Let that sink in for a little bit too.
Banned from everything?
That's what I hear.
From who? Who said that?
You're banned from virtually on my on stream. I don't want my face on stream.
Oh, okay, yeah, just put your voice.
You're virtually banned from every single hospitality group in the United States.
Like what?
Tao Group, Good Hospitality, H-Root Group, virtually every restaurant, every venue, every nightclub. You're pretty much banned for your anti-Semitic remarks and your absolute racism and your hatred towards Jews. I thought we were friends.
We are friends. You don't want to be friends anymore?
Oh, I haven't been your friend in over a year, my man. Your anti-Semitism is blatantly disgusting. It's very, very offensive. You know, I've hosted you thousands of times, taken care of you. I've been a true friend, and all I've ever received from you is hatred, racism, and just anti-Semitism.
When have I been racist or hateful towards you?
you always say smirky remarks. It's always been against Jews.
What's your? I never talk about politics. Whenever we talk, we hang out. You bring it up. I don't talk about it.
Activist.
I really don't care about y'all arguing and everything. He has some fucking Jew guys or whatever. So somebody says he's banned from every owned business. Turns out that every nightclub in America, who would have guessed? Somebody says I can hear the caller's noise through the nose. Somebody says he's been a real Jew about this, and somebody says cancel culture just makes us stronger. And I'm telling you, and people can get upset at me, but the Jewish community, y'all better be very careful with this anti-Semitic stuff. People are still not happy about the Palestine thing. Now the black people might not be fucking with the Palestinians. Okay, we already said we have to say because of all the Middle Eastern shit going on against us, and we just tired of it. But at the same time, what you did, people still see that shit. Okay. So we're not going to play around like y'all some innocent flowers or whatever, because y'all went to business as normal right after World War II. I'm just going to keep it real there. And then this guy kind of explains this as well. We're going to take a look at this.
Stand you lame ass nigga. So y'all know who this is, right? The goofy all fresh and fit. He's a full-blown racist. He's deliberately called up black women to his show to then play monkey noises and call them Keishas and all this extra shit.
Should I say the N-word as she walks out?
Yeah! Do it.
Sure. Then this guy, you know, the dude that got his shit rocked just a couple days ago, calls this lady a hard R as she's leaving because she's not tolerating the disrespect from this buffoon and this buffoon. He does this for the attention of racist white people. There was an incident one time where he entered in a racist Twitter space or group chat, whatever the fuck, because he thought he belonged there, and they kicked his bitch ass out because, shocker, they don't like niggas. So recently I seen this video, I believe it was at a Turning Point USA.
So somebody says, didn't anybody tell him that was an all-white party? Another person says, honestly, the only way back from that level of pathetic public humiliation is to go all the way Muslim with it. Just close up shop, perform Hajj, and come back like, my bad, y'all. Allah showed me the light, and completely flip the script. And this is what we be talking about here. Y'all out here cooning for Cocoa Puffs and trinkets. Minaj, actually, I just got an update. Nicki Minaj has until later this week to pay a $503,000 judgment, or she will lose her $20 million home.
Then she must ain't got that. She must ain't got. If you can't pay that much, then that means your bread ain't doing what it needs to do. So go ahead on and go call your girl Erica Kirk and see if she gonna give you some of that insurance money. see if you gonna get some of that money, because apparently what they paid you to get your black ass up there wasn't enough. That you can't pay. You can't pay a $500,000 judgment. That's part. Because of who she married. You said you married. You had to know that marrying a person on a sex offender registry was going to damage your fucking career. Yep. The majority of your peers have children. He can't be around them. He can't even go pick up his own child. He can't go to parent-teacher conferences. He can't do shit, which means he ain't got no job. He ain't making no money. He living off you. When you heard that man making some money doing what? You ain't heard him come out with no clothing line, no nothing, because nobody's going to support it. She didn't even have enough common sense to put him in a business where it was a shell company or something. And you've burned all your bridges for the sole purpose of marrying a nigga whose last name was Petty, so you could legally call yourself Mrs. Petty. Imagine being that goddamn stupid. She deserved every fucking thing she get. Now she trying to come out of here and talk shit to Don Lemon because he went in that church about you Don Lemon, you cocksucker, or you this, you that. Guess what? Don Lemon can pay his motherfucking rent, bitch.
Sure can. Don
Lemon ain't worried about no motherfucking judgment. Don Lemon got his goddamn papers because he was born here. You will see you been here 20 plus years and don't have his, bitch. Yeah, with the immigrant. Yeah, ICE is coming for you next, bitch. That's what's coming for. And to go back to a couple of videos, that fucking White Speed. You motherfucker so unoriginal, you can't even come up with a whole new goddamn name. White Speed. You was mad. Shout out to that African man for clocking his goddamn tea and said, nah, get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Because I know what you here for and I know what you're trying to do. Why you dressed like a goddamn a fucking South African Neanderthal? Look at what the fuck are you wearing? Out there talking about some, what the fuck are you trying to do? Bring peace where? What is your purpose? IShowSpeed is already doing what he's doing. Y'all have to colonize. A white person ain't never had an original thought. They don't have original thought. Slavery wasn't an original thought for you motherfuckers. You stole that shit from somebody the fuck else. Nothing to y'all is original. And to go back to that Scott Jennings, yeah, check his motherfucking hard drive. And I'm glad she called his ass out on that Golly G. Wilkers type bullshit. Oh, no, we don't need to get ahead of ourselves here. Check that motherfucker's drive. Because you are entirely out here defending pedophilia way too fucking much for me. You are out here defending it. There is no defense for that. There's no defense for that. I don't give a fuck how you feel about Trump, bitch. You got child porn and the price of eggs. You can't, nah, it ain't that. Oh, well, you know, the sexual exploitation of children is wrong, but you know those egg prices came down. No, the fuck they didn't. And the fact that, Abby, baby, I know CNN pay you a lot of money, but that's supposed to be your motherfucking show, bitch, and I'm gonna need you to get control.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to get him the fuck off of there. Because you are literally letting a white man take over your goddamn show because it is not worth it him being on that fucking panel. They are literally writing him a check to get on there and lie every day. And when Charles M. Blow come on there, he can't stand it because he get every last one of them fucking crackers together because you're not gonna talk over him. He don't give a fuck. He is gonna get your ass. The one thing about Charles M. Blow is he is gonna get your ass the fucking together. I am so tired of these people. Y'all are unoriginal. Y'all for pedophiles, y'all doing all of this type of shit for what? Yeah. Check all they fucking drives because you can't even get up there. The fact that a white woman was up there getting in his ass, shout out to her. Because 9 times out of 10, you motherfuckers ain't got shit to say. But the fact that another white woman, that's what was fucking him up. That it was another white woman getting in his, it was a fellow white woman getting in his ass. That's what he couldn't, that's why he was sitting there looking stuck. Because had that been a black woman, he would have been yelling and talking all over her. But the fact that it was a white woman, he didn't have shit to say. He didn't have nothing to say. And I'm so tired of him. I'm just waiting on somebody to knock him the fuck out. Somebody need to just go ahead and fade the black on these motherfuckers. Because we're tired.
Yep. And, you know, we had a packed show today, you guys.
Yes.
We are going to do our closeout videos, but we're actually going to do something a little different this time. I'm going to show some of the videos because some of them are kind of like shocking videos, just to give you our edge. And then we got a cute closeout one. And then I have a small thing in regards to us giving back to the community. So we're going to take a look at a few things. And the first video, I'll be telling people to be careful when you're in nature. I don't be out there in the woods like that. I don't like it. So we're going to take a look at this first video and let's take a look. I don't know why there's no sound coming out of this. You hear it?
No.
All right. Well, so we're going to cancel that one. Because it had sound earlier, but it didn't come out, I guess. This was of a guy, he was in Kyrgyzstan, and he caught an avalanche on camera, but he got a little too close. Take a look.
Oh, shit.
Those things be going pretty fast. They be going like, 150 miles an hour sometimes. They get
Jesus.
So it's like getting hit by a rock.
No, I'm good.
Oh God. Oh dear God.
If he didn't duck, that was it.
Like, you got the shot, my nigga. You could have just kept going. You got the shot. You could have just
you can't outrun an avalanche. He's too.
Yeah.
He would only have like probably a minute, and that probably would have gotten far. So he had to hide behind a rock. And then also we want to tell you guys that bacon has officially been classified as a Group 1 carcinogen by the World Health Organization. So this means there is strong evidence that bacon causes cancer. Group 1 is in the same group as tobacco, arsenic, and asbestos. So just want to let you guys know about that.
Only bacon in America.
Yeah, only bacon in America, because the ones overseas, I mean, they don't be having all those health issues. It's only the shit in America, all the color dyes and all that crap. And then, as you know, Sam's Club's trying to redo its image just like they did with Target. So they said, meet the new Sam Club CEO tasked with taking on Costco. Walmart veteran Latrice Watkins is now running the membership club, which generates $90 million. I don't care. You can get the blackest of black women up there, or black men of all time. I ain't shopping at no damn Sam's Club, Walmart. They the same goddamn company, period. They support racism. They support genocide. They support all that shit. I'm good. Y'all have at it. Y'all support this regime. That's what it is. So y'all trying to change your image. It is what it is. I will stick with Costco. And then this was actually from a plane accident that happened recently. I'm not for sure what they hit, but there was something that they hit, and the whole plane just, caught on fire. So I want to take a look at this. And please know it takes probably a few seconds to get when it's about to touch ground. And while we're waiting on that, just so you guys know, remember some videos that have like a certain type of music or whatever in it. So if you don't see the show live, that means that you might not be able to see what we were actually talking about, because I have to take those segments out. So live has all the full videos. After that, it does not have that. So I just want to keep you guys informed of how it kind of works when you do see the playback once it's posted to YouTube. So keep that in mind. Funny, this is why I don't be going overseas a lot too now, because they've been having a lot of accidents with overseas planes lately.
Yeah,
I've been really scared about getting on these planes lately. But even in America, I mean, we had crashes here too. And it was stated the pilot messed up. I guess he overshot the runway, and because he overshot the runway, this is why the accident happened. Here it is.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
Getting off that plane so fast.
Lawsuit.
She got her ass off that seat. I don't blame her. Shit, hell no. I don't blame her.
Hey, fuck that carry-on, bitch. Get the fuck out.
And this is for people with claustrophobia. So they have this new tunnel slide. So would you try this? Take a look. I'm adventurous, so I might try this slide.
wouldn't do it, but it was cool.
Hey, as long as I don't get stuck in there, I'm cool.
Exactly.
It looks like it goes to a hotel though, like when we get to the end.
That actually looks cool. I wouldn't do it, but it looks nice.
Oh yeah, and then this is a new game that people are trying now, so I want you guys to take a look at this.
All
right, come on.
I actually want to try this.
Get up.
Of course, it'd be some white people doing it in the snow. But it looks fun, but
It does.
It looks fun.
And then this is what we were talking about a little bit earlier. Somebody said the fact that the MAGAs get super nervous and frightened when black men exercise his Second Amendment right to carry an AR-15 tells you everything you need to know about white gun enthusiasts. So, I mean, people strapping up. With all this stuff going on, I don't blame people. Strap the hell up. And then last thing, we don't have nothing for Jean Grey, but you know we have something here. So take a look.
Ой, помогите, шевелюсь. Лил, а тебе не пора ли ходить-то?
Юр, я еще ничего не делаю.
Ну, съемок. Ой. Ой. Ой.
And ain't nothing happening to him either.
Я не смеюсь над тобой, Милусь. Я тебя люблю очень. Поцелуй.
I'll be telling people I love animals. I don't know how people can treat animals bad. Like, I just don't understand it. And as we close the show, I had met this person. His name is Stephen Williams, the Stephen Williams Foundation. I was actually in Malibu, and I was with my brother, and we were just talking about. Me and my brother was just out there, and then him and his friend happened to stop in the same Starbucks we were in, and he has a foundation, so he be out here on Skid Row and stuff feeding the homeless. And so this is them. They're actually doing activities, feeding the homeless and everything, and actually doing something to help the community. And this is what FTP Podcast want to do, is just making sure that we are out there trying to help the community, make sure that we're doing everything we can to bring awareness to this and stuff, and make sure that we support, try to support the people. I'm more into the child stuff because of, me growing up in foster care, but he helps, a lot of people, including the older adults. So if you happen to, go to his foundation, whatever that is his QR code there. Y'all can go, y'all can donate directly to them if you decide you want to do that as well. Also, if you're in the California area, you can go out there and help. You can go out there and help pass out food to the homeless and do things for the homeless and make sure that, they do have a meal or whatever. Because at the end of the day, if we can send fucking $40 billion to Argentina and hundreds of billions of dollars to Israel to help pay for their shit, we can definitely help out our people in America. So that's the way I feel about it. But this is the Stephen Williams Foundation. So I had met him recently, and he was actually cool. I had met him recently, and that was a good thing. So I told him I'll go ahead and give him a shout out on the show and let people know about it as well. Other than that, I had a great time. Nice. I'm doing a few different formats and everything, just lighten up the show and everything. I'm going to read some of the comments real quick before we close up the show. Jamie Mason says, I feel that way about animals with the exception of a cat my daughter had. Oh, you got to tell us about the cat during the next show. I want to hear about that cat. Because Nikki's cat turned into the Phoenix. Dark Phoenix, not just any Phoenix, Dark Phoenix.
I used to think like, oh my God, you people with pets, it's not that serious. But because I never had a pet as an adult, only as a child. So I would never understand like how attached people would get to their pets as an adult. But now having Jean Grey, I'm very because during a move, I thought she got out the house and I just completely lost my mind. And I called my daughter. I was like, I lost Jean Grey. And she was like, Bobby, don't say this. It sounds like she's dead. And everybody's like, she's in the house. She's in the house. I'm like, no, I can't find her. I don't see her anywhere. And my husband's like, calm down. She's there. I'm like, no, she's not here. This heifer was in a goddamn drawer. Closed. Next thing I know, everybody left and I calmed down and I hear, and in my mind, I'm thinking it was me. You know how you want to hear it? So I'm like, wait, is it just me hearing her or is it happening? So I said, let me listen again, and I'm trying to follow the sound, and it's coming out of the dresser. And I open the door, and I open the drawer, and
wow.
I said, you know what? but before that, it was complete terror. Like
Yeah.
I was crying. I was like, oh my God. My sister is like, just calm down. You're making me anxious. I said, fuck your anxiety. Like, it's my cat. The fuck you mean? You anxious. It's my goddamn cat. So now I do understand how pet owners feel, but I am more partial to cats because dog, except little small dogs I can handle
them either.
But you, them big motherfuckers, them German, all them German Shepherds, Marmaduke, Clifford ass motherfuckers, nah, you keep them.
The T-Rexes.
Yeah, you can. And the ones, what's the one that Beethoven would slobbing and shit?
That's yeah, that's too much. It's just all over, and they like to come on you and flop. I'm like, dude, got a suit on. Like, come on now, like it'd be too much. Great Danes.
Yes,
they cute dogs, but just from a distance in terms for me.
Exactly.
Sunshine says Sunshine 81 says you heard the seatbelt unbuckle with a quickness. That soon as that plane landed, that was it. Leo says now that's an avalanche, and Jamie says that slide would make me sick. It would have made me sick when they did that, when they went into the spin thing, that big tunnel, and he had to spin around. But other than that, yeah. So and before I go, I'm gonna read one more. Yaya, she says my first cat name was Sassy. I had her cremated, and she's sitting on my TV stand right now. I have my mother cat. My mother passed away, and her name is Foxy, and I love her. That's good, Yaya. That's good. You know, I think animals are therapeutic. You know, they bring something else to your house, and they also bring a different type of joy and light. And even when a human comes into your house and they have an attitude of bad, usually the animals, they will come to you. You know, they always have that sense of knowing what's going on. But I want to thank you guys for tuning into the show. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you for the Cash Apps. I want to thank Sunshine 8181, Brian 2906, Jazz and Laughter, Jamar Bowman, which was our highest of today. Thank you, Jamar. Was there anybody else that we missed for Cash App, Venmo, or Super Chats? Nikki?
No, that was it.
Okay, perfect. Other than that, I want to thank you guys for everything and tuning in. Remember, we are still working on the FTP store as well. We will be back here tomorrow at the same time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're still working on a few updates to the store, but you know, we still got things slashed off for you guys. So thank you guys so much for purchasing things, and thank you guys for donating to make sure that we reach our goal. As always, Nikki, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Instagram at bitch_happens. Backup is bitch_happens 2.0. I am on Substack at knickknack80, and I'll be putting out an episode of the Bitch Happens podcast on tomorrow. That'll be on Apple and Spotify.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm waiting for the court note. Well, the court note appeals always. That's the one that gets people pissed off.
Yeah, I'm bringing that back. Because they took it off YouTube. I have to get all the older episodes together, repost those, and then I can start fresh with some new episodes. So that's all coming back soon. I'm a one-woman shop, so y'all gotta give me some time to work everything out. But it'll all be coming back soon.
Awesome. And again, I just gave all my information I need to give to y'all. As always, please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Take care.
Bye, everybody.
Check. Is this thing on? Bitch. So we made it to the end of 2025, and I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. That pretty much sums up the year. A lot of loss, or restructuring, if you will. I'm grateful to somehow be walking out of this old year and into a new one with my mental and physical health intact. A lot of death, a lot of loss, a lot of mess, a lot of realizing some people and even systems just ain't But it has made me look at where and how I was spending my time and money, and even racism, like never ever before. Not that it's ramped up, but it's just more visible due to almost everyone now having a cell phone, social media, and this raggedy administration and a lot of people seeking truth. Which brings me to my next point. Sky Daddy. Lord. God. Your people need you. Some of us feel like you just left us out here to dry up and wither away. And that's just this year. Imagine how God's people felt when their family member got lynched and murdered with no random bystanders recording via cell phone or police body cam footage. Or better yet, what was it like for those who went through, endured, and didn't survive slavery? Just a question. I'm gonna leave that in 2025, hoping 2026 Sky Daddy comes through with answers. Bye! But wait, before I go. Remember to check in on your strong friends. Remember to check in on your strong friends. We're tired. Yeah, we're tired. Okay, bye. Happy New Year.
Fresh off the boat, motherfuckers with an attitude. No papers, no English, anti-black and rude. You POC, but you wanna be YT. Seat at the table, as an equal you'll never be. Came to this country off the civil rights side. Get your money up, then stab us in the back. You hate us, but you need us. Gotta make it make sense. When it comes to the whites, y'all just niggas with accents. Let them know y'all just niggas with accents. Let them know y'all just niggas with accents. Let them know y'all just niggas with accents.
Silk Press Jesus has returned. He's white, historically rebranded, and Grindr approved for Christian comfort. Don't miss your blessing. Order now.
Get out, get on out. Get out, get on out. Can't stay on the scene unless you got that green. Whoa! Get out, get on out. Get out, get on out. Ice is on that ass. You don't get a fourth chance. Whoa! Get out, get on out. Whoa! Get out. I didn't vote black. Got that ass in back.